Yeah, boy! We rocking this shit right here. Dokuro Jim and this shit right here. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Fred Durst, sponsor me. What's up, everybody? My name's Dokuro Jim. I'm here with my friends, and it is time for Rolebold D&D, episode 15 of the Heckna Campaign. What is up, Galorum?
I just want to ask, did you mean to spell it Campain?
Did I spell it wrong?
You did. But
only if you're not making a joke.
I'm keeping it.
That's
I didn't.
You did.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You totally.
No, I
did.
totally meant to.
Yeah, you totally meant to.
You shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
That
was
intentional,
yeah. Motherfucker, shut up.
Listen. I'm not actually funny. They're holding me hostage. Listen. My coordinates are.
Gilbert wasn't able to join us today. They had some things come up, so we're gonna be playing without them. Which means we do get to delay the disco another 2 weeks.
And we will be losing a party member permanently, and it is Jask, and I'm going to kill him.
And before we get on with our shenanigans and chicanery tonight, I would like to give a big old thank you to Rob Robertson. We all know who that is, or at least Jask and I do.
Correct.
Rob, you're incredibly fun to play with. I've played with you a lot over the past months, and every module that we've played in has been very, very nice. I very much enjoyed it. I look forward to doing that Wild Seas campaign with you one day. But he subscribed to the Patreon at the $10 tier.
Oh, shit.
Which, if you didn't know, patreon.com/2DMsDND is the highest tier that you can have on that website. And for just one crisp, I think it's an Alexander Hamilton, for one crisp Hamilton or some other dead white man, you can... Was it a laugh? Was that joke good? Was it?
I was going to say that's a mood, but I didn't want to break your spiel, and I have already.
All right.
I think
So
the question of whether the joke was funnier than the joke.
look,
Not that the joke wasn't bad.
listen.
I do quite enjoy you
For just one Washington or one Abraham or one Hamilton, maybe, you get the love and admiration of Jask and I. And if we ever see you in person, God forbid, you will get the crispest handshake. I'm talking like straight out of the fryer from fucking Denny's. The cheese sticks.
I gotta add that, if you happen to be a $10 patron for, let's say 6 months or more, that Jask at least comes with the alternate French maid skin.
Yes.
I do.
I want to go home.
And I'll tell you what I even do. For just 10 months of support. For just 10 months of support at the $10 tier, I will sign whatever the fuck you want. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. Any item in the world. Any item at all. I'm serious. Mark it down, clip it on Twitch, put it on YouTube. Any item in the world, I will sign unless it makes me vomit. If it makes me vomit,
Well, okay.
then I will not sign
Sounds like
it.
a good challenge.
Right. So I do have to point out, this does, like, if we did live in a fantasy world, right? This
mean we
would
don't?
be the point in which the Fae would absolutely ruin your life, or a devil would,
No, it's fine.
right? Just absolutely ruin it. You'd get some horrible document to sign. And now that's just stuck for the rest of your life, and there's nothing you can do because it was clipped on Twitch.
Listen,
and this is just your fucking life now.
Beep. I never
this
said
is just
beep.
What you have to fucking deal with, you fucking coward.
Beep. I never said I had to sign my name.
He would sign it.
I just said I would sign it.
Okay. Loopholes. Good.
Fun fact.
The Fae work in nothing but loopholes.
You know how, like, when you do, like, the electronic purchasing with certain apps, they have you like do an electronic signature.
Yes.
For 3 years until I decided I was bored of it. Anytime I did the electronic signature, I would just draw a little shitty house. I would never sign my name. I would just do a little shitty house on the screen until I got bored of drawing things onto the screen.
That's really good. Did that
No.
ever come back to no?
No,
Oh, I love that.
it was never a problem.
Oh my god, that's really good.
Yeah. It was really funny. That started because when I was trying to purchase something, somebody's screen was really funky, and you couldn't like do long lines and such, and so I couldn't like do the cursive sign. And the person was like, "Honestly, you can draw whatever you want. It actually doesn't matter. It just needs something there." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I just did a little house, and like that was just fun. So I just kept doing that.
That's so good.
Also, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
I was going to say, also, before I forget, thank you to Make It Maddie and Mistress Shanks for following Welcome to the Skeleton Army. We grow stronger every day.
Yes.
Every day we add one more cog in this murder machine. And one day, XQC, I'm coming for you. You son of a bitch. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for your ankles.
With that, please.
I do have another announcement I wanted to make as well.
Go ahead.
So I don't know how much people know about what's going on in Texas with trans rights.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
go ahead. Yes.
But shit's getting stupid over there. Not that it isn't often, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Texas suck.
But there is a itch.io collection of TTRPGs being sold for $5, and all the money raised by this sale does get split between the Transgender Education Network of Texas and organization Latina de Trans on Texas as well. Trying to support, the trans community and all that stuff. If you support them and you get a screenshot of your receipt, you can then email that to Hit Point Press and they will give you a free game. It's a very specific one. It's the Big Bad Boss collection, the first collection they put out. But as somebody who runs the Big Bad Bosses almost every Sunday, they're really great.
Mm-hmm.
So for the price of $5, you're getting it's 493 items that you get in the $5 bundle, and then you also get the Big Bad Boss collection.
And if I remember right, that bundle that you get for $5 would normally cost you almost $3,000.
Yeah, it's $2,823.
Yeah, almost $3,000. So
yeah,
what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
I tell you what. Even if you don't want to support us this month, if you want to take $5 that you would normally give this stream and give it to that, please do that.
Please, genuinely, yes.
Do that. Genuinely.
Please.
I know. I'm like the world's biggest. I'm the world's biggest shill. I will say it on stream right now. I love shilling myself, but this is more important.
Way more, yeah. Am I able to post the link into stream? Or
yes, please do.
I was actually digging for it.
I changed it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
there's the link right there. And remember, to all my trans brothers and sisters and everyone who lives in Texas, just as Patrick Starr said, I can't talk today. Who needs dumb old Texas?
I love that.
What did you just say?
It was a weird, instinctive, violent urge.
How was that weird for you, Beep?
We've stunned her to silence.
It's the Texas vampires. It's the campires. They're out there.
I'm too tired for this.
I love that stumped Beep.
Well, you signed up for this.
Yeah, you
I
did.
feel like you need a caffeine infusion. Or maybe some cocaine.
Can we get to A to B? Where did A and B come from, respectively?
Well, it's an AB conversation.
Have hard drugs. Because the people I hang with, and two, they're both stimulants.
Right. Of
Mhm.
course. Understandable. Completely reasonable. My bad.
It's like on one hand, have a bagel, on the other hand, murder a man.
Yeah.
That's a
Right.
contemplation I struggle
Listen,
with every morning.
I keep saying, I've said this 1,000 times a bean. You'll never be more awake than the moment you murder someone. The moment you're watching the life drain from their eyes, you'll be so awake.
I mean,
Well,
I
can I
don't know. I
TPK
watch a
then?
lot of true crime, and it depends on what kind of psychopath you are, I think.
Murder,
can I
it's what's for
TPK then?
breakfast.
And what, Beep?
Can I TPK then?
Yes, you can TPK, yeah. Let's do this.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, that's totally
Thanks.
fine. This is the last episode of the Heckna campaign, everyone. Beep is ripping all our throats out.
Nice to be with you all.
Thank you and good night. We here at Dokuro
I
Gym
do
Limited
need
do
the
not
fucking
support the
disco.
murder of humans and or other things that are living.
I do.
Just so you know, no, they don't. We here at Dokuro Gym Limited are exempt from the opinions of one Beepus. We here at Dokuro Gym Limited do not support and or stain the opinions of one Calamity / Beep.
Galorum says that if you do TPK, he'll DM for you the disco.
I
He
love-
has no
okay,
idea how much he just tempted Beep.
Galorum, I love the way you talk sometimes because
Yeah, absolutely.
it's just the way. If you do this, Beep, I'll DM you the disco this night in 4 hours.
You sound like a villain in a great way.
Like, genuinely not making fun of you. I really do enjoy the way you talk.
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay.
Galorum, MVP, we love you. Please stay.
Mwah.
So, Jask, real quick, and we can get started. Have you seen the musical episode of Game Changer?
Oh my god, it's
Yes,
so
it's so good.
It's
crazy good.
amazing.
The way
It's so good.
the way I said that reminded me of Bean Tina.
Yeah.
What do you mean they're taking it down?
I'm
Hey.
gonna have to give my dropout sign in to Beep just so that she can watch it because I feel like she would.
Oh
Very much...
gosh. She's probably gonna love Tina.
I have dropout.
Okay, yeah. So go to Game Changer. I think it's the newest season. There's a musical episode.
Yeah,
Where it's a bunch of people having to improv a musical.
and it's wonderful.
They don't miss a beat ever.
Like
It really
not
is.
at all.
It's so good.
Right. That's gonna be really fun. Okay.
Hi ho to you.
What is Flick Flack?
Well,
No idea.
Galorum has asked Beep, how was Flick Flack?
What the fuck? Whoa.
Even
So
if I don't know that Beep would remember anything that was not 5 minutes ago. Respectfully, Beep, and I say that as somebody who struggles with similar things.
I have a very cute brain.
I believe you.
It's so cute. It's a marketable plush.
I loved you could hear the hesitation. You could hear the regret as the words left.
I want you to know, Beep, the entire time you were talking about your brain being a marketable plushie, the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme was playing in the background.
Oh my
have
god! Hit the clip button so that I can clip that later.
All right, I would request Jask, please, before Beep crashes and burns. May we get started?
That would be at
absolutely.
at 13:45. Jask onward.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um,
It's time. Places, everyone. What were my lines?
I grab Eugene's head and I stuff him back in the Jack in the Box.
Ah!
So where we last left off, you guys had just done a trial. You ultimately were more funny than the prosecution, who was set on fire and whacked in the PP a few times.
Oh, by the way, Whack is PP merch coming soon. I'm serious.
I can't wait for it. I love it.
Yes.
Then you guys, I believe, were dropped off back at the hostile hostel, if I'm not mistaken.
That's very true.
Mhm.
Okay. And that's where you awake after a long rest, with a party member missing. And it's not Gilbert. Gilbert's just violently sick. Mayworth is missing.
Oh.
Oh no.
Out of everybody to be missing.
Splendor's getting ready, and about partway through, it's usually about the time either her or Calamity would fuss at her for her braids. She's not expecting a lot from Calamity right now because they didn't have a great last interaction. But she's certainly searching. It's like, is the unicycle gone?
Well, okay, there we go. The unicycle is gone. There is a note left behind.
Oh no. Splendor grabs the note, resists the urge to crush it in her hand. I need a show of hands. Who is closest to Splendor that can read?
Probably Eugene.
Okay. She's going to kind of stalk up to Eugene. If Eugene is sitting or something, he suddenly has this presence looming over his shoulder. And when he turns to look at her, she just jabs her arm out and offers him the paper.
Well, he's coming back from patting Gilbert on the back as he violently projectiles into the toilet.
Are you holding his hair?
And I was.
This is a good use of metagaming
and
power gaming.
And he goes, "Oh, what's that?" He takes it.
I don't know, but Mayworth is missing.
Oh, I wondered why it seemed a little quiet in here. And he looks at the paper.
Mayworth, what does the note say?
You look down and you see the words written, "I'm so sorry, I have to do this, please trust me." And with the signature of a button.
I should have been paying attention. I would have noticed. So what? Is there anything else? Is there something on the back? And she's shoving at Eugene's shoulder to look at it.
He flips it over. Is there anything on the back?
Nope. Well, maybe some food crumbs and stains, but that's about it.
A little wiggle where she let Fettuccine sign too.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Blue, but I'm pretty sure you're older than me. So Eugene, he looks at the paper and he just folds it up and gives it back to Splendor. And he's like, "I think we've all done some growing in the past, the past couple of days. She'll come back when she feels the need to."
I'm sorry, what the fuck is going on?
Mayworth left.
Well, in the Revalia? After having just finished a trial?
Yeah?
Okay, no, let's go find her. Come on.
What?
She said to trust her.
Right, okay, I trust her. Do I trust the entire Revalia?
No, but she's got her friend out there. If anything, it's better than being alone.
Hey, wait. Mayworth is just entirely gone. From the group.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking Joss for clarification.
Oh!
Technically, yes.
Now, I'm asking you because I am horribly sleep deprived. Can Calamity just be fucking honest? Or do you think that is complications?
I mean, do whatever you want to do, fam.
Well, she made a deal with Faye is the thing, so she can. So we have to consider the wording here.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
She said she wouldn't get involved. I've been ruling that as if Calamity doesn't do anything directly against, but I don't know. That's up to you. I don't know anything, and I am sleepy poo-poo baby brain.
I think at this point, with May having left a note saying that she was leaving the group and being so vague, the wording has become shaky enough for Calamity to have some room to wiggle.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain something super fast. So, remember that friend? Yeah, no, she fucking sucks. She's a fae. She is definitely probably taken, she's definitely made a pact with May to give May her stage presence. And sort of what's happening with that whole mask probably is that she's either looking to... if I had to guess, she's either trying to look to ruin her life by taking away the pact, or reinstating it. Either way, it's a lose-lose situation. I can guarantee you going off on her own right now is a fucking bad idea. I couldn't say anything before.
Well, I mean, if you really think that it's that bad, then
Yeah, as soon as she says that, as Calamity is talking, Splendor's, like, sort of sullen, resigned gaze was just getting wider and wider. And about time she says that, she straightens up, puffs out her chest, which is actually covered for once, because she's covering up the leftover necrosis marks, and
Right.
goes to march out. It's like, alright, well, let's go.
Mm.
Are you
Yeah.
just going to wait around?
Oh, Calamity's following.
I'm
not-
buckling my armor. I'll be right there.
Buckle on the way, come on.
I can't. I have to be standing. Okay.
It like
Yeah,
grabs
hold
him
on.
by the shoulder as he's half got a boot on.
There's so many holes.
Figure it out on the way. Where's Fog?
Would be walking right behind Calamity.
Okay. Well, Splendor is probably going to have Eugene by the shoulder or the shirt collar or something until he's upright and following along too. Give Fog a little pat on the side and ready to move out.
Eugene just like buckles the gauntlet, and he's like, "All right, I'm good."
You know, I do have to say, if this is what I think it is, which I don't think I can say anymore at this point, like I've played with my wiggle room, but it's just kind of a bad idea. There's bigger fish to fry, but that's besides the point.
Which part is the bad idea, or can you say that part?
If it is what I think it is, on the other person's end, not ours, it's kind of a bad business move.
Well, do you think that that's going to affect anything for them or not? Or would they just do it out of spite?
We'll find out. I don't know them well enough.
Yeah, me neither.
Real quickly, May, you want to go ahead and just give me either a survival... Actually, I think survival check would be the best one here.
It's good. Give me a second.
Mhm.
Need more RAM. Okay. It's a 10.
10? Okay. You're wandering through the Revelia trying to find someone. Okay, everyone else.
Do you want me to elaborate on that, or do you want to go back to the group?
If you'd like to, yeah.
I'm asking if you're doing cutscene things, or if you want to stay with the main group. Either way, it's fine. It's mainly just
things. Yes.
Yeah. It's mainly just May going up to everyone and asking for the person that she's looking for. And asking around.
Yeah. On a 10, as you're asking around, a lot of people are just like either just flat out ignoring you, not knowing who you're talking about, or pointing you just blatantly in the wrong direction.
Yeah, May is following their directions and just continuing to ask. So that's it. And getting increasingly frustrated.
And we'll go back to the other group who are now leaving the hostile hostel. As you're coming down from the rooms, Ramona goes, could you fill out a thing, please? and is offering out some papers.
Anyway, Splinter, and then I said,
reviews.
that's not a croissant, that's a baguette. Oh, okay.
But aren't they just bread? Oh, okay.
Oh no, one has a crispy outside, the other is like softer flake, has butter.
Oh,
A very
gosh.
quick drawing of a house, and then we walk out.
I love you, Beep.
Yeah, I know. Mwah. You're welcome.
Okay. You guys are now out in the Revalia proper. What are you gonna do?
Immediately take a look out. Like, we don't really know how long Mayworth's been gone, do we?
Nope.
Yeah, so she's probably nowhere close, and we gotta pick a direction. What? Running by May's standards, do I have an idea of vaguely what direction she would pick? Or, I guess more importantly, do I see unicycle tracks on the ground? I know that doesn't narrow it down a lot in the Revelia, but, you know.
Unfortunately, May is a being of chaos.
This is true.
But there are unicycle tracks all over the ground that you could try to pick out which one would probably be the solid gold unicycle. So give me a survival check.
Can
Oh,
I
boy.
assist by being a shady rube and talking to other rubes?
Absolutely.
So, okay, cool. Good.
Fog also assist.
There can only be so
triple
much
assist?
assist, but absolutely Fog can still assist, like, thematically. So you can roll with advantage.
All right. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so. Ooh, yeah, that is a 22.
Nice. You do find, excuse me. You do find tracks that seem deeper than the others, and gold being a very heavy metal means probably May.
Yeah.
And it's heading from where you're at. It's heading towards the big top, but not like a direct line. And you can even see it loop back a few times, and it very much so looks like somebody wandering or lost.
So, by the look of it, she doesn't really know where she's going either. So, assuming that she's looking for who I think she's looking for, then we might still have a chance to figure out what's going on. Like, how's
I
it?
think I've extended my helpfulness here, so I'm gonna field this to the rest of the group.
Well, we know she's looking for someone. So, and we know she's pretty famous at the Revelia, right? Because of her whole thing that she did before. So could we not just ask?
I mean, we could, but there's no guarantee that anyone would be telling us anything useful, and it could delay us looking for her on our own.
Well, it's not wise that we split up. Even though that would cover more ground.
Well, if you want to ask on the way, go for it. I'm going to keep following this, and she's like wiggles her finger to follow the trail.
No, here's what we do. Fog, Splendor, you get on my left and right. Calamity, you stay in the back. You're taller, so you can sort of see over people's heads. You and Fog can. Or is Calamity short? I don't remember.
Calamity is
Calamity's
short.
Oh, no, Calamity is short. Okay, never mind.
She does climb real good.
Okay.
She does.
Well, actually, Calamity, you get on Fog's shoulders. That
Okay.
way it's two people from even higher up. And what we can do is we can form sort of a fan pattern, and we can keep a lookout on our flanks, and I'll keep a lookout from the north, and then Calamity just glance behind us, every 2 or 3 minutes.
I want to say for the oh my god, what the fuck calamity factor. As soon as Eugene says this, she does that acrobat gymnast bend backward. And just a thumbs up. That looks like a thumbs down. As this is just her pose now.
All right.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. And I would like to make a perception check, Jazz.
Okay. Go ahead.
Where is my D? I had a D20 and not. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. Intermission.
You have so many dice, Jim. How?
Well, I don't know where it went. It was on the table and then it wasn't.
Did you eat it?
Possibly.
You're tearing this family apart, Jim.
God, I
Exactly.
know. I'm sorry for breaking y'all's immersion.
No, this is very on brand for Eugene.
Honestly, yeah.
How dare I break your immersion? Alright. I got that. I'm taking my actual dice tray over here.
And this is how we begin the side quest of the missing D20.
Yeah, I'll find it eventually. I get the Eugene D20. That is a 17 plus perception, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Okay, and what were you looking for specifically?
Just any other signs of May.
Okay. Unfortunately, because of the chaotic atmosphere that is the Revelia, there wouldn't be a lot of signs left except for tracks left by a unicycle, which again isn't exactly a unique track to be left in the Revelia either. However, you do see where the unicycle, like just taking a moment to stop and because again, this unicycle track is going all over the place as if somebody is very, very, very lost. You're able to see cut out some of the loop backs and follow the main trail.
Right. I think I found a more what's the word I'm looking for? A more apparent trail.
Oh, yeah, good.
And then go ahead.
We're gonna smash away to May.
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
Oh, May's just getting increasingly frustrated. She puts fettuccine on top of her shoulders to keep a lookout for the person that she's looking for. So it's like Snake on top of May on top of unicycle.
What a great image.
She's such a spectacle, whatever she does.
And she's yelling up to Fettuccine is do you see them? Are they there? Are we going the right way?
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage another survival check.
That's a 25.
A 25.
Lord.
Okay. As you're rolling around asking Fettuccine if they see them, Fettuccine, who cannot speak,
I'm using speak with animals.
Oh, okay. While they cannot speak, they are once again those arms are almost entities of their own, and every once in a while they do just snatch stuff off of people's out of people's hands.
Absolutely.
But at one point they just full on snatch a cotton a wad of cotton candy out of somebody's hands, and as they're chasing after you, they go, "Wait, you're May, right? Like Dusty's friend?"
Yeah, that's me. Have you seen them lately?
Yeah, they were talking to Olga Olgatron over at the under construction zone. Can I have the cotton candy back?
Oh my gosh.
Fettuccine is already actively shoving it down their mouth.
So you can't have that back. But here you go, and hands them one of the acrobat's teeth.
They take it. They like look it over. Thanks, and they just walk away. And stop, turn around, and go. Wait, under construction zone is that way. If you're looking for Dusty.
Oh, yep, that's what I needed. I also needed the directions. Thank you. And toddles off. You can hear her kind of whispering up to Fettuccine things like, I know exactly what I'm doing, and maybe like your grab hands are coming in more useful than we thought, and things like that.
I love that you're now reinforcing him being a little cryptid.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know,
that's my son.
He's technically he's more of a native to the Revelia than anybody else because he was like actually made here. Like even Calamity was brought here.
Yeah,
those are fighting words. Those are fighting words.
I would argue Calamity was made here.
Okay,
the being
yeah,
that
yeah.
came before Calamity came here.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Those are two so very different entities. But yes, with a 25, you are going to arrive very quickly at the under construction zone. A large blighted plot of dirt spreads out on the outskirts of this medium. Ringed by a rusting, decrepit metal fence, the dirt glimmers of sharp scraps of metal that catch and throw the moonlight across their twisted, dented surfaces. A half-built, enlisting roller coaster squats in the middle of the field. Toward the far corner of the area is a ramshackle metal trailer, and a dull light glows from the window. A lopsided sign hangs from the fence, reading, "Under construction, no entry."
Oh, I'm entering that bitch.
Okay.
I think beforehand May casts invisibility on her and Fettuccine just in case, and whispers up to Fettuccine like, "Of course she would choose a very romantic spot. That's just who she is," and like pedals in. The trash heap, you know.
Scenic junkyard.
If this unicycle were not magical, it would be impossible to traverse this uneven, sharp ground on it. But it is indeed a magical unicycle, so you are able to do it. It's just a little rough. The land here counts as difficult terrain.
I like to think that the wheel just goes like jelly and is like just like an all-terrain tank tread just over the, like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of the, like, you know, those it just like poofs into those wheels that are on the wheelchairs for the beach.
Mm.
Yeah,
it's an all-terrain unicycle
for sure.
Okay. And we're going to smash cut back to the rest of the party.
And then that's when I said, "That's not a sausage, that's a hot dog."
Why do people keep calling these different things? They're basically the same. You just put them in your mouth.
Well, one's got a skin and one doesn't.
Oh.
Exactly.
So how are we on the front that we're all supposed to be unified in?
Well,
like as like a side. Good joke, good form, good etiquette.
Well, I mean, we're looking, but I mean, I don't know what else I can do other than follow the trail. Everything's too cattywampus out here.
Word choice.
As we're walking,
yeah,
because Calamity's horrible and fucked up. That's not like what I'm doing or whatever. I'm very awake.
What are you doing?
I think as we're walking, I'm gonna try and like, as we're like half like bent in just a wrong way, we're going to try to gather some sort of reveler's attention, right? And just sort of ask about what the fuck is going on with that one shitty fucking rube? Basically, right? We're shit talking, but we're trying to shit talk in a way that gets information.
Yeah.
If we can find a Vogue, I would love that.
Don't they hate us?
They hate
Is there a
you.
Vogue that likes anybody?
Give me a persuasion with advantage, or it's going to be a persuasion with disadvantage if you're specifically looking for a Vogue. Because they do hate your group.
Right. Well, but if I'm shitting on my group...
You're shitting on a member of your group, but you're still part of that group.
Right, I guess I am quite literally on... Ugh, fine, I'll get rid of the funnies. Ugh, Jess never lets me have anything cool.
Yeah, never.
It was persuasion, right?
Yes.
That's a 16. Oh, wait. Shit, I have advantage.
You absolute buffoon.
Hey, Jask, does Calamity get bonus points for pity?
I think I should get pity points because I exist. Thanks.
Nope, unfortunately not.
That's a 16 then.
Okay.
Unless if I use one of my inspiration, which I'm not going to.
I'm surprised that you only have a +3 in persuasion.
She's better at lying.
That's fair.
She's so much better at lying. Also, I don't have expertise because God hates me.
Yeah. Okay. So as you go to ask somebody about this, you do see somebody walking along that is a reveler. And you stop them, you start talking to them, and it's you're asking about May, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like in a way that we're trying very hard to not make it clear that we're necessarily looking for them.
Yeah.
As much as we're like, what the fuck is going on with this room? Do you think this is the point, right? Do you think this is the snapping point? You know, like they all go through it at least once. It's like it's like Heckna puberty, right?
Heckna puberty. I like that. Yeah, so as you're talking about this, they go, yeah, I mean, they were just heading towards the under construction zone. Yeah, I think, I mean, they already are a great wrestler.
Right. I mean, everyone goes through like a molting phase at least once, though. So, like, do you think this is it? Do you think? But I would like to specify where I want this to be not in gobbledygook, because I want the group's discomfort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Heart. Love you guys. But also so that they can have the information while Calamity's still confined to the rules.
Yes. So, yeah, basically, the rest of you guys, you basically hear Calamity and this other person talking about how everyone joins Revelia at some point, and that they all hit some form of, like, second puberty, where they just kind of hit their breaking point and they clown out.
Also, that she's in the under construction site. That's really important.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the part I'm listening to. Otherwise, I'm talking about how about the difference between potato salad and regular salad. I'm explaining that to Splendor. No, see, it's still a salad. It's a salad because it has other things in it other than potato.
They're all not animal things that come from the ground. What's the point? Why are there so many names for things?
Well, you know,
punches a wall.
It's just how it is. I don't know. I'm just the messenger. So, which way is the under construction zone?
Nobody can't help with that, can she?
The person that Calamity's talking to looks past and goes, that way?
Oh, are we getting a 2 for 1?
Thank you.
Just shitty giggling.
Raleigh Rune and stuff. Eugene turns and
they make like a little face at that, like a little what the kind of face.
You do know that just means welcome, right? Like you're not
You're not saying a phrase. You're just saying welcome.
But isn't that very Revelia in essence, Calamity?
Well, maybe intentionally. But we know.
Who's to say it wasn't intentional?
We
You
know.
too. We know.
Look, I'm trying, okay?
I know. Your second molting will come in time. It's fine.
I haven't molted the first time, thank you.
She gives both of them just this weird look, like one and then the other, like, what the fuck?
The person just kind of like pats Calamity's shoulder and goes, "You're doing a good job with these moves.
You're doing.
It looks like there are a lot."
She gives a nod. I think she says something in gobbledygook that's definitely like if the group heard, they would be worried about where her loyalty lies.
Yeah.
Right? Calamity things. Just girl boss things.
Hell yeah.
Just to kind of like, end that conversation, see them on their way. She gives like a horrible big wave as she's like halfway bent over and like the full acrobat backwards bend. Wow, on Fogg's shoulders. She's not moved from this position to get reprieve once, I would like to say.
How does Fog feel about this?
Fog is just existing.
Fog is a vessel for Calamity's antics.
Yeah. Honestly,
You know what? Yeah.
Like, Calamity could definitely tell Fog to do stuff right now, and he'd just do it without question. He'd be like, okay.
That seems reasonable, sure.
Fog is a good, well-trained dog.
Oh no.
That he is. That he is.
Why do we keep trusting Calamity with dogs?
I'm gonna have to put an entry in doesthedogdie.com.
Oh my gosh!
But also on canyoupetthedog.com.
Oh yeah.
We're going to Sally's.
Sally's.
Yeah, sorry, Bean's talking to me.
I know, I was just...
I
was
tried
just
to mute
reiterating.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you guys do find the under construction zone, but first, May!
Yes.
You're in the under
Yes.
construction zone. Is there anywhere specific within there that you wanted to go to? There is only one
What?
place that has obvious signs of life.
Can I do an Arcana check to see where Dusty might head? Would that be an Arcana check or a history check?
I would say let's do history because you're basing it off of Dusty's personality
Yeah.
from what you remember.
All right, that's 16.
Okay. There's not much of interest in here unless you wanted to sort through the scrap. I mean, you could probably actually find some stuff here. If you wanted to start digging, but you don't really like that's not really Dusty's MO for what's going on right now. You think they're probably at the metal trailer that's off in the far right corner.
For sure. I'm gonna pedal up. I'm still invisible, so I think I'm just gonna like reach up and tap on the window and be like, Dusty! Dusty!
So you start tapping on the window, asking for Dusty, and you see a gnome waddle up to the window and open it, looking out, looking a little confused, going, hello, is anyone there?
Oh, hi. You can't see me. But I'm looking for Dusty.
Well, strange wind, she's in here.
Oh, cool. And, I don't think that May asks for permission. She kind of just hops off the unicycle and pushes past the gnome, but she's invisible, so it's like a.
I do wanna clarify something. You were knocking on the window, so you just start crawling in the window.
Yeah,
That sounds right.
Just wanted to double check to make sure that we all had the right image in our heads.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Like May has Fettuccine like boost her up, and then pulls Fettuccine through the window after her.
Love that. Still
And-
invisible, right?
He's still invisible.
Okay. As
And-
Olga
yeah.
is knocked back, she like stumbles back, lands on her ass, gets up really quickly, brushes herself off, looks around the room, and goes, "Wind?"
May pulling a little B&E.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my name is May, and this is Fettuccine. Oh, so standing next to me is Wait. So okay. So I'm at the foot of. I'm standing like a foot next to you, beside you, and then Fettuccine is next to me. Hi.
It's a long silence. Dusty! And coming from the other room, you see Dusty, who looks directly at you despite being invisible. You're invisible
Dusty.
through an invocation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your invisibility ends.
Ooh, that's a neat trick. Hi, Dusty.
Hi. What are you doing here?
Okay. And I like look back to. You said it was a gnome.
Yes.
Okay, I look back to the gnome and I would look back to Dusty. I was like, you see May have this like knowing grin, and she's like, "What are you doing here?"
I'm getting information.
Oh, okay, that's what we're calling it. Okay, so here's the deal. So you know how like you helped me out a lot with. Should we maybe talk like maybe not in front of other people? I can wait. Hold on. I'll wait until you're done. And she plugs her ears.
You just see Dusty look to Olga. You see their mouth moving a few times, and then Olga leaves the room.
May unplugs her ears and is like, "Oh, that was quick. Okay. So, you know how you helped me out like with my like performance anxiety stuff, and you helped me out a lot with like when we first met each other?"
Yes.
Okay. So, my friends and I, you know how there was the trial? I'm not really sure who that guy is. I don't know what was going on with him. I don't know why he's like the ruler here or really like anything that happened beyond like yesterday. So, I'm a little confused, but I do know that we're trapped here because I tried to leave. It didn't work. And I'm worried about my friends. So I'm wondering if you could help. Can you help protect them?
Help in what way?
I don't know. I know that you're really good. I don't know if you can help us leave. It doesn't seem like anyone leaves. But just, I don't want them to get hurt anymore. And that seems to be something that's happening a lot.
And my magic does come with a price. It's the rules.
Mm-hmm.
I can't break the rules.
Yeah, I know.
What do you have to offer?
Well, and May rifles through her bag Is like, I don't think I have much that you would want, like, material-wise. But, I may have not thought that part through. And she, like, you see her go through her bag. She's pulling out, like, old tissues and the, like, rest of the acrobat teeth and
gosh.
that femur and, like, buttons and some hair that's maybe, who knows who it is.
Okay. Dusty, again, very tall woman, has just one too many joints in the legs. Bends down to be like at eye level with you and goes, Mayworth, do you trust me?
You know I do.
Oh gosh.
I'm going to ask a very steep price of you. Know that I won't abuse this.
I know you won't.
If you promise me your soul upon your death,
Oh my gosh.
I can do something very powerful for your friends.
May, like, tilts her head a little bit. And you can tell that she's thinking. And she's like, where do souls live if you have them?
She opens up a pouch and pulls out a singular, it looks like an iron coin, stamped with unfamiliar iconography on it. And she goes, this is one shape they can take. This is not the shape yours would take. This is a punishment. The other ones are usually back at my hut. They aren't tortured. They aren't punished. They are there, though. They aren't allowed to move on to any kind of blessed afterlife.
I think it would be kind of nice to know where I would be for sure.
Oh, May.
And I know that I'm safe with you. So yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. So, in out-of-game terms, I'm going to clarify something.
Yep.
What this means is if May dies, that is it.
Yep.
Short of finding Dusty, killing her, freeing the soul, May cannot be revived if she dies.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Okay.
I'm on my way to. Well, no, I can't kill yet. Yet. I'm working out a way to.
As that happens, we're going to smash cut to the rest of the group. Everyone, you are just arriving once again at the under construction zone. A large blighted plot of dirt spreads out on the outskirts of this medium, ringed by a rusting, decrepit metal fence. The dirt glimmers of sharp scraps of metal that catch and throw the moonlight across the twisted, dented surfaces. A half-built and listing roller coaster squats in the middle of the field. To the far corner of the area is a ramshackle metal trailer, and a dull light glows from the window. A lopsided sign hangs from the fence, reading "Under construction, no entry." There is also a very clear path leading right up to the trailer, where a unicycle has just recently gone through all of the muck and scrap.
Right. Does it look like that's heading where it would head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think we are going to skitter off of fog, maybe a bit quicker than we usually would, probably without the little, like, pat and, like, a thank you or whatever. And we're going to go along the walls because we're not walking in this shit. You guys can figure yourselves out.
There's not really walls here. It is it's a huge area that's okay, so if you look in on the map,
right.
it's 21.
Oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck. Hold on. Hold on, I am baby. 21?
Yep.
21.
This 21? Okay.
I threw in VC text as well.
Okay. Would we be able to... I want to, like, softly hardcore this. Not intensely. This isn't necessarily for anything besides I want to be able to do that so that it takes less time to pick up scrap metal to use for later. As we head in the general direction, because I figure once they see the thing, right, they're gonna know.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm taking advantage of the chance to get as much horrible things for later.
Well, so the thing is, right, if you're wanting to pull things out of the muck and mud, it is going to take more time than just getting there.
I can't help anyways.
Way to go,
So
superstar.
You're just gonna start pulling things out of the mud?
I think we might just sort of... We might go find a place that is like... where you can... I've led them to a place where you can see the obvious, oh, that is the place, right? But then after that, we will just start digging in the mud.
Okay. So while the rest of the group moves, Calamity, roll me a d6.
Gregory, it's not safe here. I've been playing Security Breach.
I will say, I don't know if I'm necessarily looking for quality. I think we are just looking for quantity.
Quality?
Yeah. Quality.
We're not looking for quality.
Yeah. I do not know why when I am sleepy this voice comes out.
You sound you sound like you're trying to do. Yeah, I was gonna say you sound like you're trying to do a Jester impression.
I don't know what this voice is.
So I know I told you to roll a d6. After reading these, I have superseded your. Actually, you know what? You rolled a 6. You got exactly the roll I was going to supersede for.
Okay.
You find a bundle of cat adoption papers tied up with a fine velvet ribbon and silver stamped wax seal.
Oh, this is depressing. Okay. Oh, wow. You know, I thought today couldn't get any... Okay.
Welcome to the sad episode.
Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
No, I'm just gonna go back to pulling the metal out of the... That's what I wanted. Why did I pick this up?
Ooh, a bundle of paper. Ooh, and now I'm sad.
You saw the shiny of the velvet and velvet ribbon, and you were like, "Oh, that's definitely something." Pulled it out, and well, it was something.
I'm gonna go back to pulling scrap metal. That's ostensibly more useful. This sucks. Okay.
And Eugene kind of looks around and says, "Well, where would May go in here? It's so pokey."
Why not the one place that's got a light?
Yeah, you can very clearly see the trailer.
Oh, is it dark in here? You said
it's dark, but there's a light on in the trailer.
Oh, well, Eugene.
It's nighttime, Eugene.
Eugene looks up and goes, "Oh, that's probably considering this is the only place here, right?"
Calamity continues to pull scrap metal out of the mud.
That's the idea. Calamity, what are you doing?
Eugene's going to...
Don't worry about it. Have fun!
Do you need some help?
No, go do your thing, yeah?
Right, our thing. Yeah.
Calamity gives a look.
Right, yeah, right, got it.
Eugene walks up and...
So... Calamity, you can go ahead and add just various scrap metal to your sheets. And everybody else, as you're approaching the trailer, May, you never moved away from the window.
I did not.
You and Dusty are making this deal in front of the window. Now, what you see is, you hear the very end. You just hear May saying the yes. Dusty taking a moment. And then reaching out their many jointed arm to offer out a handshake.
I was going to say, as they get closer, Splendor is going to stop and hold out an arm to stop Eugene.
Eugene stops. What's wrong?
She said to trust her.
May, do you take the hand?
Yep.
Okay. As Dusty shakes, the first time it comes down, there's a weight suddenly on you. It is impossible to describe. You just know that it exists. That suddenly you feel a pressure, but it's from nowhere and everywhere. The second time it comes down, the weight gets lessened, but it still exists. And on the third time, you feel a metaphorical click of a lock. Everyone else, you gain a +1 to your AC.
Okay.
Oh.
And once per long rest, you can cast Shield. May said she wanted people to stop getting hurt.
Question.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, is this like cast specifically? Like, does this use my spell slots?
It does not. No, it is a free use.
Okay.
It's like a fake racial.
Yes.
All right.
And like as they're standing there, do we feel any different?
Yes, actually, you watch May do the shake, and like you can see, like there is no special effects. There's no magical tinkling. There's no sound. There's just the shake, and yet you know the power in that. That you just know inherently something was just done that is very intense and very life-changing to May. And as that third shake comes down and settles, you feel comfort, like somebody wrapping you in a blanket, and are just vaguely aware of the fact that it is now slightly harder to hit you, and then suddenly hit with the knowledge of you can now cast a spell for free every time you take a long enough rest.
Splendor's arm is still held out in front of Eugene, and as she gets that feeling, like her eyes close, and she sets her jaw, and then she drops her arm down. It's like, I guess it's already done. We should wait for her out here.
Eugene is just kind of turning his hand over as he looks, and his golden eyes just sort of twinkle in the darkness, and he's like, "Yeah, I guess so."
Edward Cullen. I'm sorry, this is really serious, and I feel very bad for May. But
Do you actually?
I do. I'm just very sleepy, and his
All right,
eyes twinkle.
No. Pull it away from the campaign for a second, okay?
His eyes twinkle.
They're glowing gold. Beep. Anyway,
They twinkle.
so this is the most this person Beep has the most reaction out of anyone I've ever played D. You should have seen, for those of you who don't watch the Monday campaign, you should watch the Monday campaign, by the way. It's very good. It's got me, Beep, and Jask in it. And on Odyssey of Eternity's channel. The most expressive D&D player. I couldn't do a semi-sad anything without her going, oh no. It was great.
That's because Beep is a cartoon character. What do you expect?
I'm also a cartoon character. You'll never be able to be like me. Me. My Reggie Watts fans, where you at?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're having a moment. What's happening now?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's cool. I just sold my soul, but let's go ahead and talk about this.
I'm so sorry. I love you, Lindsay, so much. The most.
No, y'all are good.
Mwah.
I am absolutely giving you
Mwah.
shit. I'm absolutely
Mwah.
giving you complete garbage
Mwah.
on purpose.
My life.
You guys weren't stealthing, correct?
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
So as that final shake comes down, Dusty looks out the window to you all.
Calamity's still gathering the fucking
Yeah.
scrap metal.
Eugene just waves
They wave with their other hand.
like that Forrest Gump gif. Just
May,
Of course he does.
the hand they were using to shake your hand with just keeps holding your hand for a little bit longer than would be normal. And then they slowly
May
let go.
absolutely continues the hand holding and waves with her other hand. Like, I think Dusty tries to pull back, and May's like, no.
Yeah, once it gets to that, Splendor turns away. She's gonna go, like, lean like a cool person against the dilapidated coaster.
yeah, no romance for me, thanks. I'm awkward as hell. Guitar
Well, I mean,
riff.
it's more than that, but okay.
Yeah, no, that's just very funny. Just I imagine Splendor with just sunglasses on. No romance for me, thanks. I'm on a diet.
May's like, hi, guys.
Oh, hi, May. Well, actually, now that everyone's here, I wanted to have this talk while Gilbert was around. But, I can't
This is a
really,
good size.
you know, Calamity, I need to say this to you as well.
Okay.
Can you put your medal down for a second?
Gremlins stare. We're slowly pocketing more.
Okay, well, put it in your pocket first, then, I guess. Just be really careful. I don't want you to get tetanus. Anyway,
What?
it's a disease. So, Eugene's gonna gather everybody around and be like,
May climbs out the window.
yeah,
And then, like, I hope Dusty follows as well, because you just started this in front of everyone, so Dusty's included.
Yeah.
Dusty is going to just wait on the other side of the window, but clearly listening in.
yeah. May just
Right.
like, Eugene just like looks at May and he goes,
I do think the minute Eugene says something that is not Revelia front appropriate, because I know who else lives here, we are just going to put a hand to his mouth. Feel free to continue speaking.
well, no, all Eugene's gonna
But-
say is,
Okay.
I just wanted to say that after, certain things happened, I feel different. I don't really know how, but I feel different. And I realize what?
It could be that I just sold my soul. That could be it.
Eugene inhales.
You know, I
no.
appreciate the candidness there.
Eugene inhales and like stares at May, and he like runs his tongue over his teeth and like licks his lips, and he's just like, we'll get to that in a minute. But what I was gonna say is that I realize that I may have been putting my perception of you all before who you actually are.
This is the kind of talk you want to have out here right now?
Well, yeah, because I've been thinking about stuff, Splendor, and we're all here. It's real quick. I just...
How is Dusty? And says, have you met Olga? Blank.
Was that
stare.
to Dusty?
Oh, Eugene, but she's definitely name dropping two people here.
Well, I mean, I don't see how they could use this information against me. Anyway, I just want to say, if you guys want to do something and you truly think that it's good for you, then, do it. Now, with the new information that has just been revealed, could you say that again for the people in the back? I'm not sure I heard you correctly.
My
It's a
soul.
good callback bit.
My soul. I sold it.
And And you're okay with that?
Yep.
You can tell Eugene is like debating things in his mind. Like there are two conflicting schools of thought that are going on in his brain right now. And he kind of inhales, nods. He's like, well, all right. It's not my business. It's all right. It's fine.
Well, it might be.
Splendor
Just
had
saying.
her arms crossed, and she's got one like kind of resting a little bit in front of her mouth on her chin. Like she wants to say something, but she's refraining from doing so, and she is extremely tense. Like it's hard to tell what kind of tense, but this is not a happy Splendor.
What do you mean? It might.
Do you feel like not hurtable?
I mean, maybe a little more than usual, but that may also be the what I'm experiencing now. The difference that I feel.
May like looks to Splendor and is like, "Do you feel not hurtable?" And then to Fog with the same question. And then to Calamity.
I mean, I
Calamity
feel
started giggling to herself about something. Every now and then she does glance up at Dusty. Then she'll go back down to giggling and pulling out pieces of scrap metal.
a little bit better than I did before, but calling myself invincible is one thing, believing it is another, and no, I don't believe that.
Well, she did what she could. If you're feeling like maybe just a little bit stronger, that's good enough. And I turn around and like
I
give
didn't ask
Dusty
for
2 thumbs up.
I didn't ask for help to get stronger, Mayworth.
I know. I didn't do it because you asked.
Well, yeah, but I feel like in the Paladin Order, I was always taught that things that take souls were something you don't mess with.
I've never really been, a huge believer in all of that. So,
Well,
a nice shelf is just as good for me.
Eugene's sort of like, he does that thing where your lips just kind of move, where you're like mulling over saying something, but you don't actually say anything.
Eugene, while you're contemplating what you're going to say, I want you to go ahead and just make me a Arcana check.
Okay. Just a straight Arcana?
Yep.
Let me get my tray out here. My Arcana is +3. Okay, so that is a 12.
A 12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Altogether.
Something about hags and souls is ringing a bell, but you can't think of anything.
I'll have to go look in my book again. I don't remember exactly. I wish my uncle were here. Or my dad. I wish he were here.
Well, Eugene, we've only got ourselves, so...
I know, but he knows so much more than I do. And I mean, he could figure this out lickety-split. I know he could.
But he's not here.
Well, no, but...
We only have ourselves.
He sort of is. I mean, I am him in a way.
You are you. You
And
are
then
you.
May.
Yeah. And you're May. Are you doing all right, May?
Yeah. I feel like we're very serious, and I am not sure why.
Well, May, look, we can talk about it when we're back at someplace safe, okay?
Oh, now you want to go back before you talk.
Who could use that information against me that I spoke about?
I don't know, but you have a tendency of doing things and standing around and talking when we could actually be doing things.
All right, then lead the way, Splendor.
He says that, and she kind of pauses for half a second, and then straightens up, goes to like brush her hair back out of her eyes, and it falls right back down. So, all right, then let's regroup for the time being.
All right, we need to go check on Gilbert anyway.
Yeah.
Can I have just a second? Like, you guys can go ahead and stick it. I just need to get a bit more scrap.
She shoots a withering glare in Calamity's direction, like it wasn't originally aimed at her, but the gun was still on.
Yeah. Listen, she just faced clown court hell for y'all. She cannot give a fuck about any of your feelings right now. It's gone. It's dead. She needs a recharge. Plug her in.
Plug it in, plug it in.
I had the same thought.
So, you know what I always get confused with that? You know that Glade plug-in commercial? You know the song, I think it's by Destiny's Child, where they're like, say my name. It's like, it's in the same cadence. So whenever somebody says plug it in, I want to say, when no one is around you, say, baby, I love you. Why the sudden change? And it's like, that's the part of the song, but it's wonderful. I just wanted you all to know that.
Delightful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, she like glares at Calamity because after a second it like evens out, but you know, Calamity is doing her little not mushroom thing.
Right.
And Splendor turns and straightens up and sort of just beckons everyone to follow.
And Eugene does?
May like gives a little wave goodbye, and gestures for Fettuccine.
Fettuccine is currently trying to get back into the window.
You've abandoned your boy.
There's a lot of neat stuff on the other side of that window, and he wants it.
Oh my gosh, does he grab? Did he grab anything when we were inside? I'm gonna check later and like start to pull him back out. Like not right now.
As you're pulling him back out, the hands like grasp either side of the window's frame, and he starts going, just aggressively hissing
Horrifying.
as he's like trying to pull himself in with these weirdly buff man hands.
I'd be like, we have plenty of snatchable things at home. Let's go.
One hand lets go to point at a shiny thing on a shelf. It is literally just like a misshaped piece of metal that it looks partially crumpled from some kind of force that hit it. And he's just pointing at it, hissing. And then making grabby hands.
May like rifles through her bag like one-handedly as she's like hanging off of him, trying to pull him out the window, grabs the femur, waves it in front of his face, and is like, ooh, look, a nice femur. Yes.
Make me an animal handling check.
Can
Or
that
persuasion. It could be persuasion if you would like, because he's enough of a person now.
The arms make the person, you're right.
Yeah. Actually, he gained personhood after he won the pillow fight.
That's amazing. I went with persuasion and I have a +7 persuasion, so that's a 25.
Okay.
He's not been a person for very long.
Yeah, no. So you wave this bone in front of him and immediately lets go of the window, grabs the bone with both hands, and tries to yank it out of your hands as he's flopping out of the window, because you did have a hold of him pulling. So like both of you are going to the ground as he's like goleming over this bone.
Hey, Jask.
Yeah?
Can Splendor go over there and just pick Mayworth up with Snake attached under her arm?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Like, all right, yeah, just wrestle when you get back. All right, yeah, okay.
Don't forget, and I point to my unicycle. I'm underneath Splinter's arm. Faye is underneath, or Fettuccine's underneath me.
She reaches out with her other arm and just tucks the unicycle under.
Meanwhile, Dusty is watching all of this with amusement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Calamity's still grabbing scrap metal.
Splendor does not look at Dusty.
And just as you're about to leave, a gnome comes out from around the back of the trailer, clearly putting out a cigarette, and then pocketing it. We don't litter, even in the Regalia. And looks to you all with like wide eyes and goes, "Calamity, is that you?"
Oh, it is! I think they were just leaving.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't get a lot of visitors aside from the new one here, Dusty. Would you like to talk? I would love to talk to some people, get some fresh ideas on some of the things I'm thinking of.
Just how do I describe this? You know what, I'm gonna say it bluntly. Have you ever like stared at somebody like you think they're the bottom of the food chain? Like they're just an absolute fucking loser?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. There's that just sort of like side-eyed glance. Then we're gonna look to Dusty, which is an interesting look. And I think Dusty, being a fae, is perceptive enough to know this is where you've settled your lot in? Okay. Sure.
Bitch, you live like
Alright.
this?
Dusty, when you look over to Dusty, she's playing with an iron coin with weird iconography stamped on either side of it.
Right. Okay.
Barely even, like, you know that she's still watching you with peripherals, but
Mhm.
she appears to be not paying attention. But, like, you
Yeah.
know this look. You do this.
I do! All the time!
Yeah, and she knows you do. So, like,
Mhm.
it's a weird back and forth of, like, she knows that you know.
Yeah.
She knows that you know that you know that I know that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good joke callback.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then we'll pass the glance to the group.
Hello, fuckers.
But specifically Splendor, because I think Splendor... Me too. Hello, fuckus, wuckus. I love you.
Oh my gosh.
But specifically, we will pass the glance towards Splendor, because Splendor is in charge right now. And Calamity...
I have the stick.
Yeah, Splendor has the stick. Calamity's still gathering the metal scrap, and Olga has ruined her chances to curb stomp. Not curb stomp, but socially curb stomp. The very powerful hag that could curb stomp us literally. So, we've lost, right? Not by our own fault. It's fucking Olga's fault. Olga's the worst and we fucking hate her. So it's up to Splendor.
That was me. That was Lindsay.
Yeah.
So, Splendor is standing with a Mayworth and Snake under one arm, and a shiny unicycle under the other, which is kind of funny because she matches. Takes a glance around, looks to Fog, who is probably doing pretty predictable fog things nearby Calamity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
Yeah,
that
what
would be
is
a safe
fog
bet.
things? What is fog things in this moment? I'm curious.
Fog things would be probably sitting there also digging through the mud looking for the same things you're looking for.
Oh!
Because he doesn't understand why you're doing it, he just understands you are doing it.
Yeah, like that. Sure, okay, we'll do this thing. What are we doing? Okay.
Yep. Probably even digging a hole.
Of course.
Bury Calamity up to her neck.
If you're digging a hole, go ahead and roll me a d6.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Emotional
Got a
damage.
5.
That's one of my soundboard things, Beep.
Yeah.
You find a little veneered box with fragments of colorful silk and lace inside.
ooh.
Oh.
I don't trust any of
and I'm
this.
digging a hole.
Okay, a dwarf who's digging a hole. She looks at Fog to see what he's doing, then glances to Eugene, to see if he'll challenge her authority, since she's basically usurped him for the time being.
Eugene shrugs.
She glances down at Mayworth and Snake to see if they've set aside their differences enough to be put down trustworthy.
May is just limp noodling.
Fettuccine is also limp noodling, but slightly better because they are basically just a noodle.
And May's like, you're really strong, Splendor. I didn't ever think I realized how strong you were. This is impressive.
Normally I'd say everything about me is impressive, but I'm having an off day here. Can you stay? There you go. I'm just gonna set you, and here's your thing. There you go.
I agree. Everything about you is really impressive, Splendor. It's okay.
She actually stops as she's setting up the unicycle, which will probably self-balance anyway, and kind of clears her throat and lifts her head up, not too proudly, but you could tell that it got to her. It's a compliment that actually meant something.
Yeah.
Olga will also chime in with, honestly, I've seen all of you on the Jumbotron, and the Splendor specifically, very impressive.
There is an eye roll that is physically palpable.
Yeah, I can't punch things as hard as you can. I feel like I'm better at sword, but you're definitely better at fist.
It's because I don't usually get weapons. Olga, was it?
Yes, Olgatron, and they offer out their hand.
Oh, Olga, what?
Olgatron.
Olgatron.
Yes.
Oh, she offers up the hand. Splendor looks at the hand for a moment, and then she takes her own and just kind of sets it gently on her chest and does a little dip bow instead.
Is it a family name?
It is.
Is it related to the other Tron? And she points up to the sky.
I don't think so. Maybe. Who knows?
Somebody fixes her toy maker mask and just sort of looks.
Olga stares at Calamity as Calamity puts on the toy maker mask. Goes, oh, wait, that's right. You know the toy maker.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind asking him to come out my way sometime? I have some ideas on how to pass him. You do mind?
Yes.
Oh. That's you're busy. It's okay. They're also busy. It's fine.
Oh, Splendor, the weapon thing reminded me. Didn't you say we need to go get your stuff from Sean?
Yeah, I did at one point.
Well, why don't we go do that?
Shitty mimetic Calamity. It's just full smug as she's just staring at Olga now. At this point, what's been done has been done. She can deal with that later, right? Right now, she can focus on making somebody else feel like shit.
Calamity, why?
Before you go, we could talk about some things. I recently found out, I think that there used to be some village here where this is, right where we're standing.
Yeah, she looks back at Olga and she's like, yeah, we're already here. Let's take a moment.
Yeah.
Have a nice talk for once and just sit for a while,
Yeah, it sounds like you've all been through a lot. It'd be nice for you to sit down, right?
It would be. Because the Reveille is about fun and relaxation when you need it.
Exactly. Yes. Seems all too excited to have you guys.
Side glance at Splendor, but we just keep.
What do you mean a village? Something before the Reveille was here?
Yeah. Something before the Reveille was here. I found a book with detailing how to grow vegetables. I of course burned it. We don't need any of that here, but
You know what? That is the first thing I've ever heard you say that I agree with. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
I don't know, man. Growing veggies is pretty important. You ever ate an ear of corn?
I will say for Calamity's sidelong glance, or anybody who happened to look at her when she said relaxation, you have to know Splendor, but you can tell that she's put on her showman mask. theoretically.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just kind of glares at Eugene and goes, "No, we don't do that here."
Yeah, no.
Corn is for
No,
popping,
that's-
Eugene.
Well, yeah, but I mean, think about this though. What if you popped it on the cob,
No.
and
No.
then you could eat a? No, just hear me out.
Popcorn balls already exist,
You
Eugene, and
could
they
eat a
don't.
popcorn cob. You could do that little
I'm
typewriter thing
stupid.
like they do.
Yeah, no,
I
this
thought
is-
it was cool. I thought it was fun.
We can tell.
Jasket.
Yeah?
You know about Chuck's corn dog plants, right?
Yes.
Fog's gonna
Excuse me?
insert a reference of that.
In Chuck's campaigns, he has plants that are. I think he's also got sausage ones.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's got plants that just straight up grow corn dogs and also sausages. But yeah, no. She goes, yeah. So I think before the Revelia became like the Revelia, it seems like Heckna didn't like just spawn out of nothing. He took a chunk of land from a different plane and brought it here and made it into this wonderful place, which is honestly, I think, more impressive than just making it from nothing. He stole from a different plane of existence to make this such a wonderful, wonderful place.
That seems to be a running theme, huh? Helps with the variety, I guess.
Yeah. I can't help but wonder if any of the revelers from here are actually from the village. Wouldn't that be neat? I should start asking around.
I mean, yeah, possibly.
Could we possibly sit down somewhere? Like, I am extremely powerful, but I would
Damn it.
like to just put it on ice for a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, come on inside. And they start walking towards the trailer.
Yeah.
May and Fettuccine. May climbs back in through the window after.
Dusty helps you in.
Eugene goes through the door.
Yeah.
Well, what would you? I don't know.
And then pulls Fettuccine in behind her. Fettuccine, for his part, is looking a little miffed and is like, "Why did we even fight?" May's like, "I know, but things change. We were outside, now we're in. We're inside, now we're out, and now we're inside." For everyone looking in, it's just Fettuccine hissing at May, and May desperately trying to explain why they're going back in and out of the trailer over and over again.
So yeah, of course, making sure that the people who are supposed to be following are following. Splendor attempts to lead the way after Olga into the little trailer. How? Oh gosh, Jask, this is a gnome's trailer. How tall is this? Because I know Dusty is tall, and I think Dusty is actually taller than Splendor, but Splendor big.
Gnome trailer.
So the trailer is actually very large for a gnome.
Okay.
It might not have started off as Olga's.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Is it though?
I mean, I like not having my entire head and shoulders bent over like I went into the worm guy's apartment on Men in Black.
You know what? Sure.
Oh no.
True.
She gestures for you all to follow her, and she brings you into a room with a bunch of chairs and such. And she actually lays out a full thing of like cotton candy and carnival food. Nothing warm, just a bunch of carnival food.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Is
what
it
did
stuff?
you do?
Is it stuff that we've seen before?
Yeah, I accidentally clicked something on the desktop. I'm sorry.
You've goofed it.
Look, my Magic the Gathering arena was right next to my OBS. I was trying to bring up OBS for something, and Magic the Gathering popped up in the background. It's okay. It's fine.
Are we good?
It was for like 2 seconds.
We're
You're
still
fine.
live though.
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay. So is this all carnival stuff that we've seen before? Pretty familiar with,
Yeah, it's all carnival food you've seen.
and nothing looks remiss.
Nothing looks any worse than it ever does.
Fantastic. Yeah, so we're just gonna take a seat and sort of, posture a little bit, pose. We're just slipping back into old habits, Be as impressive as this person thinks you are, and more. So it was just this area that was a village, or were there other villages here?
Well, I think it was just this area. But I could be wrong, of course. I mean, there's only evidence in this area that there was a village, but this area is a little bit of a forgotten area. I'm trying to make it into something big. The roller coaster, as you can see, I started on, didn't really like where it's going. Trying to figure out what I'm doing next. I have an idea. Would you like to see it?
Certainly.
Yeah. Okay. And she pulls out some schematic papers and thrusts it in your direction.
All right. If as long as it's mostly pictures, it should be fine. So, thank you, Galorm.
It is a lot of pictures, but there's definitely words on there.
Yeah. Okay. So, Splendor holds it up, and if there's a little corner of the table that she can get to, she's gonna push the snacks over to make space for it and spread it out, setting a candy apple on one side and a bottle on the other to keep them unrolled.
I really like that.
So, what is this exactly?
So what you see is a ride that looks in the vague shape of an ice cream cone. And you can see where people would sit in the ride, is inside the cone. And she goes, okay, so I don't have the name down yet. I've got a few ideas. You can see them in there, like I scream and you scream, yourself with fear, or the scream at the top, or the I scream, you scream, we all scream and scream and scream and scream and scream and scream.
That one seems a little bit.
It's a little
exactly. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Have you tried something else?
Yeah, I'm not sure which one I'm going to land on yet, but that one's bottom of the list. But you have to have bad ideas before you can have good ideas. So
what about Screamsicle?
There's just a long pause before she quickly hobbles over with a pen in hand and jots it down and underlines it onto the paper that's spread out in front of Splendor. So the idea of the ride is going to drag you through a medley of different flavors of ice cream that you'll be able to enjoy while also getting bludgeoned by ice cream. It'll have all the tastes of value. I've got things like salted Sophie's Lab, rum and red tickets, sugared snout, apple amalgamations, endless possibilities. And I plan on working with Candy to get even more going.
Yeah, Candy does have a lot of different flavors to try. Definitely what I think of when I think of Revelia food.
Yeah, so and I'm hoping this one will stick. The last time I came for a ride, which was the magnificent Momo ride. Momo's my monkey. They're around here somewhere. Heckna didn't like it very much. Vetoed it.
I see.
Oh no!
What does he think of this one?
I haven't shown it to him yet. I want to get a working prototype. Wait. Would you want to do a job for me? I'll pay you.
Well, we are all fairly handy. I did have a question though. Why didn't he
need your energy?
Why didn't he like the last one?
Too egotistical, I think is what he said.
Splendor tips her head a little bit, inviting further explanation.
I mean, who is Olga, really? I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest, right?
I thought you were outside digging up metal.
Oh no, Calamity followed in at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she's here to ruin somebody's day.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's why it wasn't named after me. It was named after the monkey.
Right. The monkey that is your pet.
Yeah, people.
That'd be okay. Hold on. Let me work with you here. It's constructive criticism, okay? Okay.
Okay.
Right. So that'd be like if, say, Arachne had a ride or something. Do you think it'd be named after one of his were-spider friends? Do you think it'd be named after me, or do you think it'd be named after him?
It'd be named after him?
Yes. Right. Even if he didn't make it, even if the only thing he has to do with it is in concept, right? Who is Olga to the Revalia? What have you done?
I'm in charge of this area. That's
Right, the one that nobody goes to?
just a crestfallen face.
I'm so
Well,
sorry.
what about this? Since Heckna is the undeniable main attraction of this place, why don't you make it a spin on Heckna? Because there's the boot of Heckna, which everyone really likes. There's that one smashing Heckna thing, and she sort of swings her hands around vaguely like she's holding a hammer. So
there's also the Ferris wheel that's based on Heckna as well. But I brought this up to him too, and he said that he wanted something different. As much as he likes his ego being stroked, he wanted some variety. He didn't want people thinking that he was too full of himself.
well, then why don't you name it after the Revelia, his greatest creation?
Yeah, maybe. We could find a name out later. If you can get me like the stuff I need to make this ride.
What did you have in mind?
Okay, so I need 2 creepy crawlies. Those are those little hand things that wander around on just their fingers. I need a fireball shot. I need a schnozzling. I need either the horns or the hooves from one of the amalgamations. And there's a large hunk of brass, mostly buried, out there in the under construction area. I can't get it out, but if one of you could get it out, I could very much so use that.
That's the thing I told.
Well, we're already in the under construction area, right?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go look at that first? And I've got the fireball shot right here. And Eugene will just gesture for a cup.
Does the schnozzing need to be alive or dead?
Preferably alive?
But does it have to be?
It doesn't have to be, no.
Because I actually happen to have a box of 4 dead schnozzlings back at the hostel, so...
Oh! Well, perfect. That means that you have almost everything. It just means you need the horns or hooves and 2 creepy crawlies.
Redacted, I said 4. Splendor would just say several.
Yeah.
She doesn't know 4.
She knows 1, 2, punch, Eugene. Do you want to, try that out?
Well, follow it after 1, 2 is 3, 4. It's the roundhouse and the uppercut.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
It's like, listen, I'm going to hit on you and you're not going to like it.
Well, no, I thought... Never mind.
If you all do this for me, I'll pay 50 red tickets.
That sounds reasonable. And she nods and looks at Eugene.
Oh, okay.
Like it sounds reasonable. Nodding her head. Yes, Eugene, does it sound reasonable?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, bully me, Calamity, I dare you.
Oh, no, her sights are set on making Olga want to cry herself to sleep. You guys are old news.
Well, then let's take a look outside at our local ingredient.
Okay.
Yeah. So follow me, and she hops off of her chair and takes off.
May jumps out the window again.
May defenestrates. Just.
I love May's commitment to the bit of not using that door.
Doors are a myth.
Again,
Well, here's the deal. She didn't think about using the door in the first place, and now she's attempting to make it look like using the window is just as acceptable.
Love
And
that.
I'm hopefully doing that through repetition.
Hey
I
guys.
love that.
So we've
What's
just about hit the 2-hour mark. Do we want to fade from that scene and then come back after the 10-minute break on the other scene?
Well, I was gonna ask, since we are missing a player and Beep is sleep deprived,
Yeah.
and May has a thing after this, do we want to actually end at the 2-hour mark?
I mean, we can.
So that Gilbert can be here for you guys doing this for Olga.
I mean,
That would be good.
That's fine with me,
Ew.
considering that we have, almost 3 players down, and I don't want you to be
Anything for
tired.
Olga.
Well, hey, Beep,
Gross.
Beep,
Stinky.
Beep.
Stinky, ew.
Beep, stinky, ew.
Why does Calamity hate gnomes?
Oh my god.
He doesn't hate
Oh.
no. He just hates Olga.
No, she
Oh.
No,
hates
she doesn't
Felix.
like Felix either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Holy
okay.
shit.
That's,
Oh. Stinky.
Now there's a narrative. There's a narrative that
Now there's a
Calamity just
narrative.
doesn't like gnomes.
Oh,
Consistency or fantasy racism?
didn't she also
You
not like
decide.
what is his name? Scooter?
No, she
Yes!
likes Scooter.
Okay, she likes Scooter. Okay.
Okay.
Because she was like, have a good day, Scooter, all of that.
Yeah.
He was a regular kind of rube turning into a reveler.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, he punishes himself enough.
Yeah.
Doesn't Calamity also not really like Felix either?
Yeah, but that,
Oh, yeah,
that
no,
was brought
she
up,
hates
Oh, yeah.
Felix.
All right,
She-
guys. Well,
I'll talk about
go
it
ahead.
later.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
it's fine.
all right. Are we good, Beep? Are we good? Have you said
No,
everything you want to say?
I wanna keep interrupting you. Try
Have
again.
you said
Try
everything?
again. Try again. Try again.
Ah!
Wilhelm screams.
Ah!
I want waffle fries.
The ghostly howl echoes in the night.
Ah! Oh God! I'm
Big
destroyed.
chaos for the last
I've destroyed
2
myself.
minutes of everything.
All right, y'all. While I slowly choke on my own saliva, everyone have a good day. We love you all. Catch us back in 2 weeks for more chicanery at Rolebold D&D. And remember, patreon.com/2DMs D&D. Ko-fi.com/Dokurojam. Ko-fi.com/Diddery. Go to our link tree.
Also, I'm going to post this link once again to support that trans people in Texas thing.
Yes.
Please, if you have $5 to spend it on that.
Help our Texas bros as well. Because remember, follow the wise words of Patrick Starr. Who needs dumb old Texas? What did you just say? Okay. All right. Are we good? Good.
Yeah.
Everyone good?
Okay,
All right.
bye.
Everyone
Yeah.
say bye.